Well, it's been a pretty good day. I also own a farm. Here we go. You're now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. We were gonna work on our own stuff today, and we got a phone call from Jacob Belfont, and I think I butchered your last name, but he is United Ag and Turf salesman, and he said we'd really like for you guys to come out to the chopper clinic today. So we are headed to Greenwich for the morning. I don't know if we're gonna film much, but Isaiah did do a good point. He said, what's for lunch? He said, only the best. So we got to get the calves fed this morning, and we are gonna we got to get the calves fed, and we are gonna head out there, and then we will be back and we will do some branching. But yeah, another good morning. Should be good. Last year they had their chopper clinic going on as far as self-propelled choppers, and I was hauling manure, so we didn't make it. But what's up, boys? You're doing a good job. So, alrighty, we're gonna jump east a little bit and go see what goes on. Alrighty, we made it. United Ag and Turf. There is a lot of people here. Oh, where he went? There he is. I don't know if we're gonna film anything, but I figured I'd tell you we're here. Well, it's been a pretty good day learning. Everybody's like, oh, you guys have classes, but it's always good to see. And I do like deer choppers. I just bought a Kloss back in the day instead of like a 5830, and I'm glad I did that. But 9600, there's another 9600 in there, 8700. Quite the lineup of support here as far as people. But yeah, haven't filmed much. Some of it probably could have filmed, but at the end of the day, me and Isaiah are soaking it in. So I'll give you the rundown as far as how that chopper clinic went last year. I didn't film anything because they do have some proprietary rights. It's always weird holding a camera and not being one-on-one with people or being right involved with it. In groups, I'm still a human, and everybody else around us is a human. So last year we were hauling manure, and a bunch of people were there. Isaiah and Aaron went last year. It's primarily for deer people to learn what's coming down the pipeline or what's new on new machines. So the 18 liter that is going in the choppers, that has no depth, which is a big selling point to a lot of people. Learned all about the torque curve of that and the luggability of that. So that was, you hear stories, but you don't know everything about it. So learned about that, learned about the new heads. Picking up grass is always challenging for every company, so there was a lot on the new head. A 35 and a 45 head coming out. I believe I said the right numbers. Yeah, pretty neat on that. I got a Kemper head. Deere owns Kemper, I think is how it is now. So at the end of the day, they're small drum heads, stuff like that for cereal rye, or cereal crops and rye and direct cutting heads. So they talked about that. They talked about the warranty side of it, power guard care, everything else like that. Kernel processors, the difference of them, the functionality of them. So grease lubricated ones versus the oil lubricated ones now that missed it on. Some of the neatest stuff was, I've heard this and I forget who says this. Deere is not a tractor manufacturer any longer. It's a technology company. They manufacture tractors, but the reason why people buy a Deere tractor is because of the technology that is going into that. And I truly do believe that. It's same as any other ag company that's trying to become better and better. They're involving more technology into their products. So They explain some of the possibilities of what is in the pipeline, what is available now, as far as controlling 2 tractors off of one operator, stuff like that. There's some cool stuff. Definitely some cool stuff. Deere definitely puts a lot into it. We don't have anything new enough to utilize any of that stuff. I don't know if we ever will. I do like the older stuff, and I think you guys like the older stuff, but it is part of, if we're growing or if we keep moving manure, you need some newer stuff. I was on the phone with Zach Newton yesterday talking for a while. He likes his 20 series and he gets it done. We're going to go back out. He just did a huge upgrade to the whole facility, and we want to see him running, and we want to see what he's done, and he's going to show us the ins and outs again. So that shows you can have an operator of that scale that runs not older equipment, but 20 series or 20 years old. Ooh. Yeah. So appreciate everybody at United Ag and Turf letting us join along. Learned a lot, honestly. There's a lot of differences between companies. The choppers do the same general aspect, but there's a lot of ways to get the end of it. Also met the technician that was working on the DPF of that manure pump. So Alex, I appreciate you introducing yourself. They got that DPF figured out. Yeah. It goes back to emissions and stuff like that. Maybe someday if we run across him again, he can explain exactly what went on, but it makes for a really, really small world. I went to school with a bunch of people that work there, bunch of farms that I know, saw Brian Getty, saw Neil Peck, saw all them guys, so it's really awesome to catch up. But yeah, you got to stay educated in this world, otherwise you fall behind. So that is the gist of what went on at the chopper seminar. I didn't want to really wander around with a camera. It's not my place. But they did invite us out to see that. So, and a bunch of people have asked Isaiah if he's buying a chopper. He's not buying a chopper, so don't even do that. But yeah, Aaron and I do like my Kloss choppers, and Aaron likes the Kloss choppers and the support and the dealership setup and everything else like that. So for 2024, it will be a Kloss chopper again. But the door is always open. So that's kind of part of... Yeah, if you're brand loyal and blind to other things, then you never see if anything gets better. Same with like seed corn, stuff like that. But yeah, dealerships and product support and everything like that, it goes back to it. And every company has their good and their bad. So that is what went on at the chopper seminar. You learn anything today?
No. Nothing.
It was a good day.
It was a good day. Had some good food.
You were here for the food and that was it. No, we learned.
Yeah, learning about a deer chopper when you oversaw.
Yep. Right, bud? Alrighty, we had a good day. Learned some things, saw some neat stuff. Everybody did wonder why we were there, but we got invited. Keep up on the market, as you said. And we're gonna jump up. I'm gonna actually grab the manure truck, get it moved down more towards this area, because at some point there will be more running here. So it's like 30 minutes from here up there, and we'll bring it back, and that way it's closer for me to commute when we do run, and I don't have to have somebody else give me a ride to move it around or have a truck in a bad spot. So that is the plan. Alrighty, let's get her going, get her moved. We got the crew chief, the ankle's all revved up. Hopefully it starts, otherwise it's gonna be awkward. Fire's right up, baby. We'll get filled up with some fuel, and then we'll head and drop it at what will be the general area of where we will have some more manure hauling. At some point this will come back, and we'll be jumping around a little bit. We got some locally, we got some out here. So overall it's worked out. Glad this truck's doing its thing. Yeah, today was a good day. Appreciate United Ag and Turf letting us join along and see some things. I know they want... I am never going to buy another chopper. I will always probably truck feed. But for what I'm doing now, owning a chopper really isn't beneficial. But Aaron is in the chopping world and Isaiah runs it. And yeah, it's So it was good to see what's out there. Along with that, they did show some things on the 7Rs and 8Rs, and they talked about what's coming down the road. So it was a pretty neat day. So plus lunch was great. Can't, you know, good food is always part of getting the crowd in there. Some people have picked up that I keep forgetting that this door works. Yanko is all revved up. And I'm like, yep, I do forget that. Come on, go see Isaiah. Yeah, creature of habit as far as reaching out the window to actually do it. Alrighty, we're parked up over here. Dragline's actually at another farm. They tried to run today. But it's a little wet. So it's supposed to rain tomorrow too. So I parked over here just in case I'm not running with them. If I got something going on, that way I'm not in the way. But yeah, we've been here a few times. So I saw, yeah, we're gonna have to get some tires sooner than later for this bad boy. We're gonna swap them out. So I saw him at the chopper clinic and I said, hey, you mind if I park over at your place? Because I know we're gonna have some more work before we head back home with it. So alrighty, we're gonna jump home. Jacob's gonna party it up, and I'll see what comes of it. Made it home, and I figured I'd give you guys a little treat at the end. I have somebody that always asks, I believe it's Owen, about a toy tour as far as what I have. They're tucked away. I really don't play with them. A lot of them go with sentimental value, or they represent something that I have. So I'll give you the rundown, short rundown of it. They are dirty. Some of them I just pulled out of the boxes. And I got some behind me that we can take out of the box that a gentleman had sent me. And a lot of them are not the type of toys that you can play with. They are for show. So first off, we got this Slurry Star, and I bought it because it was just cool. So it's half full. You got the ladder, and we got our manure set up going in front of it. So this is actually a stress ball from GEA. That was at the farm show 2 years ago. Picked that up. We got the 7520 with a, I believe it's a 5000 Husky. We used to have a 3000. So I bought that with the Slurry Star. And this trailer. So got a spread axle Canadian setup Gia trailer on the white International, which is actually a Deere and Company truck. And then moving down the line, we got, it's not a 4640, but it's close enough. On an 8-row planter, it's got the, here, I'll pull it right up to you guys. I don't know how much detail you guys can see. It's got the pin and everything, so it's a 7200 front fold planter. Marker arms. I'm trying to show you the details of this stuff. Marker arms do come out. Granted, it's a vacuum planter with fertilizer on it, but it's as close as I could get to being what we have. I do believe the wheels do pick up, but I don't think they stay locked up. Give me 1 second, you guys. Hang on for a ride. So, oh no, they do pick up. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. But do they stay when I put it down? Put the pin back through. Oh, it stays up a little bit. So, there we have it. 8-row. Front fold 7200 planter on 4000 series. We got another 4000 series hanging out here. Then up next we got a 8R 410. United actually sent me this a while back, like 2 years ago. So they sent me this tractor, and we got a Mack. Does this hood flip open? I always forget. Now this hood flips open, so got a V8 in it though. So our model with a V8, and of course we got the 7520 in packaging. I just pulled this out of here in package. So got a dump truck, our model dump truck. Hood flips up. This one is just a E6, later E6. Does this hood flip? Nope. So we got a black, it's a convoy truck. So, and then we got this bad boy. So Adam with the Landau, which you guys will see. Don't break nothing. That's why I can't play with these. Adam hooked me up with the Landau when you buy one, I guess you get one. I don't know if that's still a thing, but we got a 2-axle landau that matches somewhat to our landau, and then we have the red Mac. The mirrors and the Bulldog are not on because I did not want to unpackage them. These are in packaging. They're fragile. So Nick Fields hooked it up. As far as this truck, he found the fenders, and I actually traded him a sweatshirt for it, so it worked out pretty good. This came out of Illinois. I guess if you were a Kent dealer, you actually received one of these back in the day. I forget that does not open either. But Kent's grain truck, I've seen different ones. Austin Goki found this 695 Forage harvester with the 4-row. It steers, it picks up somehow here. There we go, yeah. Spout does its thing, as I said, dirty. And then we're moving down the line. So I got these two that came in from Holland. A gentleman sent me them. Very cool. So an 8010, which as we know, there's only one 8010 in the world, since they all became 8020s when they got updated in the transmission. The 7520. These are built, I think, a little more kid-friendly, but they're still, well, playable. I have yet to unpackage them. They go back in the packaging. Someday they'll be in a nice case. And then we got our 7520 that Colburn found us one day. And we did realize that this has a row crop cab. Somebody built it that way. But it's got duals, and it's got our 6-bottom on-land plow going with it. So they all got to get cleaned up. One of our more recent ones, last summer, we received a 7520 Ertl, which since Ertl has come out and shown and built these, I forget how many gold ones, somebody's gonna say, and they bring like, what was the last one I saw? $6,500 for a gold one of these. These are not priced as high as I would have thought from Ertl, but there's somebody that builds dual kits for them, fenders for them, and I did just see a blade for it. But doors all work. PTO lever works. The other door opens. It's very detailed. I don't know if you guys can see much of anything on the details. Let me see. So all the AC lines, the labels, front, the panels come out. It's a little hard. Rain cap moves up and down. I gotta put that back in. There we go. I don't remember the front panels. 3-point hitch, goes up and down. Back window opens, so very awesome. Ertl does a hell of a good job with all that stuff. As you see the fans. So then we have another 4000 that got sent to us. These came in a pair, so pretty cool, more of a playability. They said they were cleaning out some of their collection, and they figured they'd send me them. So that's overall what we have as toys. Actually, we got, so you can see all the boxes I opened up. So now I gotta put them all back in the boxes. Austin Jeremiah hooked me up with 2 internationals. They had trailers. I think I still got the trailers. So match more of what we have for trucks. But I'm gonna have to put all these away now for you guys. And there is something cool here. So gentleman painted that years ago, and I bought it off of him. So the cloth's getting worked on. But the other day, okay, we're throwing things. The other day we got a package. We got some play toys, which is good. Since, you know, it's always fun grain farming in the summer. We got a whole grain harvest set up. I think that's a little much of a well, we got a grain cart. So there you guys, everybody who said I need to get a grain cart, we got it. But it looks like it's on a 6320 or something. 6420. Or it might be a 63, or it might be a 30 series. But now we can go grain farming. Not sure what's going on there. That's gonna be a little tight. So that's it. Alrighty. I figured I'd give you guys a few minutes of toy time. I'm sure some of you have phased out, but some of these things are pretty neat, like this, and that setup, and the Ertl. But yeah, there you guys have it. So we did a toy rundown. At some point this summer, we'll get everything lined up as far as equipment. We'll do a full farm equipment rundown for some of the new people. But yeah, appreciate United. Appreciate Isaiah giving us a ride. Trucks moved. We're in a better place. And there is your toy tractors and implements rundown. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.